Good morning, everyone. Thought I'd show you how the aquaponics was doing. So the sheep sorrel over there is doing fantastically, as is the broccolini. Broccolini's doing really well, although I've got no actual broccolini on it yet. Celery is doing fantastically. Chives are doing well, but the chives always do well. The fishies, just in there, they're not enjoying the cooler weather, so I'm just putting some more water in the pump, which is why I'm standing here doing a video. My beans are starting to grow, so really happy about that. The brahmi's going slowly, but it's still alive. My little lettuces that I planted the other day are doing fabulously. I'm very pleased with them. I mean, not all of them have survived. Those ones are doing well. That's doing well. That was a little dill that I planted in there. It's still alive. What else? I think that's another lettuce over there, and a lettuce there, and there's a parsley over there. None of the peas have done all that well, although that pea actually has a pea on it. Hey! So some of the kale over there. This parsley is starting to do a lot better, which is great. A lot of the dill that I put in here has died. Well, that one's still barely alive. That kale I planted a while ago. That rainbow chard I did a while ago. That beetroot we only just put in. So yeah, there's a few things that haven't done so well, other things that are doing very well. The chickies, need to move them today. I've been moving them around the aquaponics just because it gives them extra shelter. Some more beans coming on this plant and some on this one, and look at all of these. Look at all these lovely yellow beans. These are doing fantastically. I'm really pleased with that. There's a dill there that seems to be doing okay. That chard is doing well, so that's a rainbow chard. The basil is going to seed, and that's okay. We are in winter. Basil usually doesn't grow in winter, so I'm happy to let it go to seed. The Malabar spinach isn't doing so well, or Ceylon spinach, but I'm really pleased with all these beans that are coming on. And these yellow beans have done the best out of any of them, so I'm really pleased with those. The Queensland tree spinaches are doing well, and it looks like that lady beetle has cleaned up all of those aphids that I had a couple of weeks ago. Yes, it looks like my citrus tree is still alive, so that's a good thing. Doesn't look like my rosella's died. I really should have gotten it planted in the ground. 3 strawberry plants, so that's okay. Looks like my little capsicum isn't doing quite so well. It looks like this mulberry is still alive. So, oh yeah, it's got new shoots. Wonderful. That mulberry is actually one that I bought. It was a cutting from a 100-year-old tree, so I'm really pleased that I haven't lost that one. There's that little parsley I was showing you before. And my little strawberries are doing well. So yes, reasonably pleased, but it looks like all my mulberry cuttings that I took from the other house have all not survived, and that's okay. It's not tragic. I've got other cuttings inside, but I don't think they're doing very well either. But I am very pleased about this one. That one I didn't want to lose. So yes, but I'm going to move these little chickies over to some fresh grass. I only moved them yesterday. You can't. But in all honesty, there's not a lot of grass in this area. There's just not a lot of grass. So the main reason for moving them is to get them onto a fresh patch of ground so they're not sitting in their own manure. But they're doing really, really well. Really pleased with these little guys. The only problem is, the other day I had one of them jump out when I was trying to move them. Where can I put you? Because I've got to take... See, they're trying to... Oh. I had one jump out. Another one try. Oh dear. Got a rhodolon bird out. I'll have to collect them again in a minute. It's all good. It'll come back. Sorry, you're not getting to see much. Back in. Missed it. Don't know how much of that you saw. Sorry. I really should bring my tripod out, shouldn't I? Oh dear. So I've got the water up on a little stand. I did manage to catch the rhodolon red. I don't know why they're going so nutty. Although this is usually when I give them fresh food and water. But they've still got food and they've still got water. Oh, I didn't quite move them long enough. Move them down a bit further. There we go. So now they're not in their own manure. They've got a fresh patch of grass. They're very happy little chickies. Although they would like more space. But I've got to sort out a new pen for them. And this is too much happening at the moment. It's starting to become obvious which one of these little ones are roosters and which ones are hens, which is really good. As usual, you get more roosters than hens. That little one I'd say is a hen. That white one's probably a rooster. This black and white speckly one's probably a rooster. They're getting big, aren't they? But I had somebody come and buy 5 of the rhodolon red Australorp crosses when they were like 3 days old. And she was feather sexing them, so she picked up quite a few and said, oh yeah, they're roosters, and put them back. I do know how to feather sex, but I don't find that it's 100% accurate, so... And roosters need love as well. And that's why I sell the chicks so cheaply, because they are unsexed and you could end up with a rooster. That little rhodolon right there. That one is probably a rooster. You can tell by the size of their comb and the colour. That one I'm not so sure about. This one, that's probably a girl. So that one there, she's probably a girl. See, yes, comb is a lot smaller, and so is the one behind her. So I've got at least 2, oh no, possibly 3, because I think that one's a girl as well. So I think I've got 3 girls and 2 boys. But yeah, the chicks are doing well. Very happy out on grass, and they're big enough now that Kitty's not going to try and eat them. She might look at them longingly. the chicks certainly don't like her being around. I'll put their box back in there shortly. Although I should get these little guys used to being on perches and roosting up on a perch rather than being in that box. Actually, I might not put the box back in there because they really shouldn't be nesting in there. They really need to get used to roosting, so I need to put some sticks in there and get them used to being on a perch. Actually, I think these palm fronds that Matthew's sorting out might just be what I'm after. They're not super strong, but they're only fairly light chicks, so let's see how we go, huh? It may or may not work. It's going to be strong enough to hold their weight, so that's the main thing. Matthew's doing a lovely job there, chopping them down for me. So I'll just get this one a better length. Sorry, flicking you around all over the place, aren't I? And I just noticed I've got a little step right here I can stick you on. Yeah, my phone case is not the best stand, unfortunately. I won't worry about it. It's going to put you on the wrong angle. Put that one across there like that. I'll see how the little guys and girls go with that. It's going to make it a lot easier for moving them too, because I've got their food up off the ground, so I can just move it without having to take that out now. It's just the water, and the water container's a little bit heavy to hang across those bars. I have actually found solutions to that in the past, but because I had the ducks in here. Oh, they seem to be happily hopping up and down on that perch, which is great. Oh, this is excellent, very happy. Now the aquaponics has got enough water, I can turn that tap off. The aquaponics is very efficient water-wise, but it does occasionally need extra water. And it was gurgling horribly this morning. So it was definitely in need of a top-up. Now just make sure when I unplug that tap, that hose, that I don't siphon the water out. I'll need that hose again later today anyway, because I'll probably need to give the chickens some more water. Yeah, the fish are doing really well. I'm really pleased with that. Oh, there's my washing done too. The chicks are doing really well. Oh, I'll show you how the rescue chickens are doing. Now, Jonathan's calling out and telling me that the washing machine's finished. Thank you, Jonathan. Now check these girls out. I mean, they're still looking scruffy, but their feathers are coming back nicely. I'm now getting between 3 to 6 eggs from these 12 girls, and that should increase. And Chicken Hawk, our rooster, Matthew named Chicken Hawk, is a lot more comfortable now. He's not getting chased around by the girls. I haven't discovered... Yes, the washing machine's finished. Thank you, little man. I haven't discovered whether the eggs are fertile yet, but probably not quite yet. But the chickens are having a lovely time in this area. They're scratching around, cleaning out the weeds, getting rid of weed seeds, fertilising. They're just doing really, really well. I'm quite pleased with how well they're going. And their feathers are coming back nicely. Their combs are reddening up. That one's still looking a bit scruffy. But chickens, when they molt, tend to look very scruffy. Oh, that poor little thing. She's looking really scruffy, isn't she? She looked worse with no feathers, but you can see the feathers are all starting to come back now. They're not quite getting as much sun here as I'd like for them to be getting, but this is the only spot that I can actually get my tread-in posts into, which is a bit of a pest. The rest of the yard's too hard. But yes. Anyway, that's the update for today. Oh, and because of the lack of sun in here, my solution so that I could get my solar energizer powered was I've got a star picket over there with my solar energizer on, which is also acting as the grounding rod. And then I've got a single strand of wire that comes over here, and then I've got that and the handle attached to the poultry net. And because of the way the handle is designed, I can hold on to that to take it off there and not get zapped. So I take it off there and I clip it up to there, and then I can get in there and collect eggs. And so yeah, really pleased with how well that's working. So, I mean, I've got to be careful when I put it on to make sure it's not touching this barbed wire, but it's doing really, really well. Chicken Hawk has found his crow. He's starting to really do quite well. Really pleased with Chicken Hawk. I'll be happier once I know the girls' eggs are all fertile. I think that's Hugo. Oh, that bucket had some compost in it, so it had some stuff in the bottom, so I thought I'd leave it in there for them to peck at, which they have been. They've been having a great deal of fun with that. So yes, that was Red Rooster. So Chicken Hawk and his girls are doing well. I'll be selling on these girls shortly. I just want to make sure that they're back in good condition before I sell them. Because they were very... When I picked them up, they really had hardly any feathers. They weren't laying. It took a good week before I got any eggs from them. And then I was lucky to get 2 eggs. And 3 eggs. Now I get between 3 to 6 eggs a day. So it's not too bad. They're enjoying being out in the fresh air and the sunshine. They're having fun eating whatever that bush is down there. We might go for a wander over there, huh? So we're over the other side, a little bit closer to the other chickens. They're having a lot of fun over here. Just gonna remove that weed off the fence. It's not good that the fence is sitting like that. It's got a stick in it. So I'm going to have to come around when it's off at some point and clean that up. But these other girls are doing really, really well. And Chicken Hawk's come over just to keep an eye on me. You can see all the lovely new fluffy feathers that are coming on the girls. Ooh, Chicken Hawk's doing the dance. It's a good chance that chicken's going to be fertile at least, because Chicken Hawk's going to following the girls around. He's at least thinking about being a rooster and not being a chicken anymore. He was terrified of these girls to start off with. If I remember correctly, one rooster can actually fertilise 20 chickens, and there's 12 girls in here. It's really good to see these girls are all settling in nicely. And it's so good to see these girls recovering nicely too. I've been giving them rich minerals to help boost their immune system. And they're going to peck at each other a bit too, especially when they're all scruffy like this. So that tends to decrease make it so they take longer to get better. Well, not better, because there's nothing wrong with them. They were just molting, which is just because they'd been overworked and they were tired. But they're doing well. Oh, look at that. She's got a nice full crop, that one does. So the full crop is that big bulge at the front. And I'm pretty sure she might be the girl that had the lame leg when I got her. I think. The fact that she's hobbling like that makes me think that yes, she's the one that had the gammy leg. See how they're pecking at each other? That makes it so it's harder for them to grow their feathers back. But that's the rescue chicken update. Have a great day. Bless you.